Hi everybody, it's Carol. I thought I would come on again, just upload a video. I'm going to do a couple of doodles in the book that we've created this morning out of envelopes. And I have started on my live with watercolor. So now what I'd like to do is add a bit of doodles to it and see where we go. So I'm going to use a Faber-Castell. It is a 6B and it is water soluble. It does have the little name here. It says water-based varnish, so it should be okay. So that's what I'm going to do. So I thought I would start by creating a couple of little plants here or there, and then we'll just go from there. And I'm going to just bring it up and I'm going to follow along and just see where this takes me. I think this is quite interesting. It really does look kind of cute. Almost looks like a caterpillar. But we could give it some character. Make it look a little different. And I will probably um, go over this with marker and then color in a little bit. So this is what I seen here. I think this little guy looks kind of cute. I'm going to give him some little munchies. And the reason it kind of looks like a caterpillar is what I think. And I'm going to give him his little body. And what else could we do to this guy? Oh, I don't know. Well, let's just make some leaves come down. Now this reminds me of Ann Lar because she was talking about her caterpillars and her butterflies today on her live stream. If you didn't catch that, you should go and check it out because it was really a good stream. So I thought I would just come on quickly and do a little bit of doodles. So we'll just make some come from this side. Make it look like he's just in the midst of a little forest of leaves. And you can do this too, just have some fun, create some different patterns, different leaves, and just go from there. I'm going to use, actually, I think better because I have been noticing that my Sharpie smears a little when I use it. So I'm going to go back to my microns, and I probably should have started with those because I have an idea of what I want to do with these. So I'm just going to go over these quickly, and it doesn't matter if your lines are not on, that's fine. It's just a doodle. It's just for having fun. It's just for sketching, getting your art on, and creating. And that's what my channel is about. It's having fun, creating. And I thought, oh, well, I wanted to doodle in here, so I thought I would come on and just share it with everybody. And I could probably put music to this if I wanted to, but I am just going to let it be. This little guy has little munchy teeth. He's so cute. But I am going to come in with some watercolor pencils, I think, to finish this off and give him some depth and character. But when you're doing your watercolor, take a look around after it and just look and see what you can see. I'm going to give this guy some little feet, just to make it fun. Just to make it fun. He needs feet all over the place. We're just having some crazy times. You can make these critters do whatever you like. Like you can just go to town and create them, make them comic, make them real, whatever. Oops, whatever you like. And it doesn't matter if you make a mistake because it's all going to blend in. It's going to blend in. Now let's make a leaf come up this way. And I'm continuing on with my micron instead of a pencil because I figured if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give these guys little stems sticking out and make their leaves just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to make that leaf go right underneath that guy. So you can make them dimensional. You can just have fun creating in your own little world. And I think I want to have a branch coming out here. And you know what? I'm just going to do lines first for my branch, and then I'm going to bring my branch. It doesn't matter if you have extra lines. That's the fun. If they're wiggly lines, they're wiggly lines. It brings character out. It brings the dimensions to your work. Now I'm going to add a couple of little leaves here or there on my branch. It really gives him a look of, I want to get into all those leaves. I really do. And maybe down here, since he's trying to get these branches, we're going to just create long leaves coming up that he's walking on. Make this stem, and I'm going to make this one come out this side and have it come up, be a little shorter, and make another one and have it come up. So he's got his little stairway to his leaves, so he's not just floating in the air. So these little things you can create just by playing. So what else can we add to this page? Well, we got this wonky little caterpillar looking dude, and maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe we'll make something up here. I'm trying to think of what to make. Let's just make a crazy little dude. We'll just make him up here. We'll give him some eyes as well. Having them going off his head a little bit. So I'm going to just do that. And have his body come this way. I don't know what this is. I can't tell you what this is. It's just a little critter. It's just a little critter. So just playing. Just playing. Let's see. He's an imaginary type of bug. Look at that. Isn't he sweet? All right. So we've got a little crazy dude up there. He's got wings. Let's create him. He's almost kind of like he's part dragon, part not. I don't know what he is. I couldn't tell you. Look at him. He looks funny. So we got two little bugs. I think we need a ladybug somewhere. So let's just make a ladybug over here on this leaf. and we'll just have her sitting here watching all this crazy stuff going on. So now that we've done that, I'm going to get my watercolor pencils out. I do still have my water here from this morning, which is fine. So this is just going to be a short little video, and I hope you all enjoy it and get some ideas of what you can do inside your journals, or whatever paper, or just for doodling, just for having fun. So I did use different watercolor first on my page first, and you can see that in my first video. And this one is just doodling in that same book that I created this morning. And you can see how I created it. So I used that green, and now I want to use a darker green down and underneath. And I'm going over because the envelope is open right there. So, but I'm not being super fancy with my coloring in here, because this is watercolor, and I am going to go over it with water, and it will blend very nicely because these are Albrecht Dürer. And I don't know how to say that very well, but they are Faber-Castell, and they work wonderfully. They really, really do. Now I need a tiny brush because I don't want to use a really big brush. So when I go over this, it still will show the color underneath of what you previously have done, and it just blends in nicely. Now I'm doing all the light stuff first, and then I will come back and I will do the darker green. And I really love how these blend. They blend really nice, just as much as if you're using the watercolor themselves. So you really can check them out. Look at the change. I just love the change. You could see that on the camera as I was doing that. How dark it got from just being colored. So I will finish going up that dark area. It looks so nice. I really like using these pencils. And it doesn't matter that you've colored in or painted it prior to, because it is watercolor underneath, but like I said, it will blend. It'll give it a different look, but it gives it more character into your work. So I'm not going to be on very long. I just wanted to give you an idea of what to create. Little bits of sceneries or characters, or you could do collage in your book if you wanted to, but I just wanted to have it a little book of doodles and collage mix. So I thought I would, since I've already watercolored on this one, I thought I would come on and just create some change. So now he's got his leaves going up. And then the other thing, if you really like, if you're not using extra watercolor, you can go and use your markers to accent and color in and shade. So I'm gonna shade in these little sections here, because that's where it goes down in and creates a little dip. So find all your shading spots. Even under his chin and on his chest. You want it to look rounded, so you'll just bring this in, and if you're using regular watercolors, that's great. You can do that. I'm just bringing this in, and I'll probably have to use a bigger brush because it's a bigger area. So that's where I'm going to do that. And I've got my bigger brush here. I'm happy everybody can join me and enjoying the little process of watercoloring, and between my watercoloring and my stitching. And I hope you all found something that you like. So it's very much an illustration. And I really like how that is blending. I did go over it with water, so it will show up as, a little bit more. I don't have, oh, there's my cloth. Just to dry my brush out a little bit. Now this will dry. It kind of looks like, it's all one color. It's not. It will dry lighter. It's just that I've wet the paper now, so it looks like it's darker. So now the other thing, if you want to come back in and color your leaves to give them another look, you can do that. I'm going to put that on its side because it has a pointier tip than I expected. I have to find my brush marker. Where is my brush marker? It is around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found my brush marker. That's good. I will use that one because it would go so much easier. Oh, yes. These are my my Pigma archival brush markers. This is so much better. It goes a lot quicker. And you can come back in with your colored pencils over this and give it some more design, some more character. Now the first ones, they all had the black on them, but inside I'm making them green because of the characters. So I'm showing you different ways. You don't have to use just my way. Pick and choose what you like. I'll just go to town and have fun. And my markers are drying out because they're like really, really old. They're very old. The brush part is like dying. You can see how this one turned a little yellow green. You can go outside your lines. I'm going to go around this and give them a little bit more character. I'm going to add designs. And everything will look really good. So I'm going to call this probably a part 1 coloring. Because I don't know if I'm going to get done in time. It's been 20 minutes already. I really didn't want to have a really long video. But in this one, I'm going to try and leave a little bit of lines in it so it looks a little different. My pen is dying, but that's all right. It'll be okay. So all these guys are pretty much the same. Yep, soon time to invest in new markers. So I will take and I'll use the green up here and use my tiny brush because this is my watercolor pencil. You don't have to add water to it if you don't want to. If you like it that way, you can just leave it plain. But I do like watercolor look more than I do the look of the just coloring it. So like I said, Don't worry about going out of the lines. We're here just to have fun. We're not, you know, in any rush or anything. We're just enjoy the process. So there's that portion. And now I have brown. I'm going to come in with the brown and color in the branch. And that's going to look really cool. And you can also draw with your watercolor pencils and then go back in and just wet them, and it would still look just as nice. Now I'm going to just wet this. I love the look of these pencils. They just are fabulous. When you wet them, you don't see any of the pencil marks at all, like a lot of the other ones that I've tried. This is just crazy cool. I'm trying to keep my hand out of your way and not to move too much, but now we've got this little guy. And you know what? I'm going to make him an orange color. And this is Atombo, Suki, I don't know. It's a water-based pigment ink. Tombo. I'm going to give him a little bit of orange on his back. A smidge coming around his belly. And give him an orange face. Like I said, you can use whatever you have, design your own page, create the fun, and I'm going to give him a pink belly. A pink belly. And a little bit of pink on his cheeks. Aw, he's cute. Now, what else do we have to do? We have to make him look a little bit brighter or give him some extra color. So I think I'm going to give him purple hair. This is his little ear. I'm going to give him purple shoes. And that's why I said it doesn't matter if your pen marks or your pencil marks show, because you're going to go back over and do other things to create and they'll disappear. Well, I'm just having fun today, so I hope you're enjoying the little looks and designs. Now I'm just going to take this guy and I'm going to give him some little marks on the top and on the bottom that look like he's rounded. Just random. Just random. Small, long, it doesn't matter. Just have fun. Do what you like to do. And this is his back end. So then I think I'm going to take and I'm going to use a different color. Again, just to give a little bit of highlight. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the Posca to give the highlight because I think that would look better. And I'm going to give his eyes a white iris. And that'll make him stand out a little bit more. And him up here. And a little dot. And little highlights on his belly. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to give just a small highlight across the tops. And this makes everything stand out. These little tiny little details make a lot of things stand out. And using a black or a white, just, oh, it's just the little things. It's the little things that create the looks that bring your eye around the page. Oh, I forgot to color in his little legs. His little legs are orange too. There we go. All right, next we have, I need red because we have a little ladybug over here. And we're going to color her in red. And we need some black, which I'm going to use my little brown here. And then usually the spots are also black, but you can go back in and make her whatever color you want. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Posca, give her an eye. Trying not to get any on my clothes, and a little bit of highlights on the ladybug. Now you can take black, you could take white, you could take whatever color you want and create your leaves. But this is what I decided to put on this page, and I wanted to share it, so oops. And don't be perfect. I'm not being perfect. Just having fun, making it my own. Now I'll go up to the other part, and this always gets on my hands. It doesn't matter what I do. I always end up with a lot on my hands. Now, I'm going to make this one just a little bit different. I'm going to come down like this on these because of the way it was colored. So it gives it that open, airy kind of look. I like using the Poscas. I may have to invest in some eventually. It seems to like being pulled towards me more than it does away from me. That looks kind of cool. I like that. That looks good. Gives a whole different look of that plant. And this one, oh, I think we're going to give this one spots. This one's going to get little dots. Different kinds of plants. Maybe he's from the Amazon. Who knows? You don't know what kind of plants are there. There's so many different types of plants in the world, so you can put all kinds of designs in your plants. And these Poscas work very well, but you do have to watch you don't get them all on your hands. Now this guy, I'm just going to give him highlights along the edge going up on these guys. Just a line. And that's all I'm going to do to them. And these ones are just going to get a little stem in the middle. And that's where I'm going to leave them. Sometimes less is more for the area that you're working in. Oh, I need to give him a little highlight down there. So there we are so far. Now I've got to color in his legs because I forgot to color in his legs when I was doing that. So I'm going to use my colored pencil, my watercolor pencil. So he has the same color. I could have used black, but I think the blue just sets him off for some reason. Just having some fun sketching time. Oh, don't forget the top part. He's reaching high for that leaf. All right, now I need to go back around his eyes because his whites kind of disappeared. And I'm going to do a double circle just because, and just, again, just a randomly little watery type looking outline around him so it doesn't look like I'm trying to have precise lines because I want him to look cute. So that looks good. It's very sketchy looking. Very sketchy looking. You don't have to have perfect. So again, I'm going to go back up and I'm going to do a second or third line up and down to make my stem a little bit thicker for my leaves. And I'm just sketching. I'm just no rhyme nor reason, just doing. And I'm going around again on these guys just to give that outer look, sketchy look. It's not perfect by any means, but it's fun just making those extra lines. It makes it, if you've made a boo-boo, it makes it look like that you've done it on purpose. So it gives it that wonderfully little playful look. Now this guy needs a little bit of extra wings here, little doodles around. I'm making it all very sketchy looking. And he's happy. He's a happy little. I got to give him some more dark in his eyes. There, that looks a lot better for him. And I think that's about does it, really. I think we have a nice little picture. And if you wanted to go in and doodle on these guys, another thing that would look good on here is just these random little lines that look like shading. You know, just do it really quick and sketchy looking. So, and it goes outside the line. That's okay. Mine went outside the line a couple spots. It's not that big a deal. But if you do this hatching, it looks like shading on the bottom side of your leaves. I think that looks good. And there we have it. And now what? I've got to date it. I'm going to date it 3/5/2025, and I will sign it underneath the leaf. And there we go. I finished a page for you in a half hour. Sketchy, fun, and just playing. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the completion of this page, and I will see you all again soon. From my corner to yours, have a great day. Bye-bye, y'all.